Welcome grade 9 and we're going to have today our topic is economic analysis. So we have finished discussing the branches of economics, the micro and the macroeconomics. So for today we'll be having a question. How does economics help us in understanding economic activities? Okay? So we read or see news every day, like you're watching television, you're reading newspapers, or perhaps you're getting your news from your social media platforms like Twitter, FB, or even other social media platforms or like YouTube. Now, these are some news that we normally see nowadays because of the pandemic. So we have an example about the COVID-19, and we also have like this one. There's a news about the fight for protection of our health workers. Now, the point is, what do you think is the purpose of the news? Why do we have news in the first place? What are its goals? Okay, why do they have to show that? Okay, in here there's the latest development. In here there are people demanding something. Now, is it to inform or to tell us what to do? So, which do you think is the purpose of the news? Are they are they are they showing us this news in order for us to just to be informed, para may alam tayo, or for us to do something? So now perhaps economics will be able to help us. Okay, because in economics, every economic activities it has an implication. Okay, whether we are trying to give value or not. So again, in order for us to make sense, let me introduce to you the two economic analysis. Whenever we analyze the news, whenever we analyze the activities, or even the simple statement, simple conversation with your family members, minsan napapaaway tayo, okay? Kasi hindi nagkakaintindihan. But then economics has its own way of giving value to the things that we acquired, or that informations that we acquired. Number one is the positive economics. When you say positive economics, it doesn't mean to say, hindi ibig sabihin yan maganda. But positive means numbers or quantifiable or something that can be proven. Again, I would like to repeat, when you say positive economics, this is a form of analysis wherein you're using economics scientifically to describe something, okay, to quantify something, to prove something. Hence, here's the definition. It is an approach to economics, okay, if you want to understand behavior and operation of systems without making judgments. So that's the keyword. Those are the keywords, by the way. Positive economics, these are facts, okay? These are just description. Nagdi-describe ka lang. Hindi ka nagja-judge. You just describe what exists and how it works, okay? No judgment. So again, that's positive economics. Number two is normative economics. Normative economics actually came from the word norm. When you say norm, that is the standard, that is the basis of something. And thus, if you are not conforming to the norm, you are abnormal. Now, in economics, how do we use normative statements? If positive economics is all about numbers, it's all about proving something and without making judgment, that is the opposite, okay? Normative is the opposite of positive economics. Because in economics, an economist would function as a judge because he or she evaluates the system, the system, the operating system, whether it's good or bad. So that's the point. Normative economics, it actually gives judgment. When you say judgment, you only have two criteria, good or bad. And then what's the implication? You have to do it or you don't have to do it, because that is the implication of judging something. Now, these are opinions. Unlike from the positive economics, they are facts, okay? They are quantifiable. But in normative economics, these are opinion. Now, let me give an example. If, let's say, the school implemented this online class, okay? So that is a positive analysis. Why positive analysis? Because you just merely describe what the school did. That is to impose, or that is to switch from the face-to-face interaction to a full online modality or classes. Now, when you say normative economics, you are trying to give an opinion whether that move is good or bad. So let's say the school should not implement this online classes. So that became a normative statement. Why? Because you are not just describing what the school did. You are giving as well your opinion whether it's good or bad, or hence whether they should or should not impose the online class. Another example of positive and normative economics. Let's say the student spent his allowance playing computer games. Kapag sinabihan ka na, oy, naglaro ka na naman ng computer, nagagalit ka, may judgment ba dyan? Wala. Dinescribe lang, ng tao yung ginawa mo. Naglaro ka ng computer game. That is a positive economics. But when you say normative economics, what should be the statement? You shouldn't have played computer games. You shouldn't have spent your money on the computer games. Or you should have studied. So may mga pinapagawa. May judgment. Should. When you say should, ito yung dapat mong gawin. Yun ang tama. You should not. Ito yung hindi mo dapat ginawa kasi yan ang mali. So you should not have played computer games. That is the normative economics. So I hope it's clear. Okay? To sum it up, very, very simple. Positive statement based on facts, it avoids value judgment. Dinedescribe niya lang yung nangyayari at yung nakikita o nangyari. Kaya yung news positive statement dinedescribe niya lang. But sometimes, of course, the news cannot help but to be biased. May mga normative statement na lumalabas. Yung mga clips, yung mga videos na pinapakita nila, say people are shouting, protect our health workers. That is a normative statement. Kasi may pinapagawa siya. Okay? So, positive, no judgment. Normative, may judgment. Positive, description. Normative, may judgment. Now, let's have an example because this will be your quiz number 2 and quiz number 1 rather. So, let's have an example. You have to identify whether it's positive or normative. Okay, number 1. Okay, the local government of Manila cleaned up the streets by removing the sidewalk vendors. Okay. Number 2, President Duterte should defend our claim in the West Philippine Sea Islands. Number 3, the school implements the data privacy law to protect the welfare of the students. Number 4, the government officials must give a report regarding their project spending. And number 5, the minimum wage is a bad law. Now let's have number 1. What do you think is the answer? Okay? Yes, the correct answer is positive. Why? Sa number 1, dinedescribe niya lang yung ginawa ng local government of Manila. Walang judgment kung tama o mali. Sinabi niya lang, okay, nilinis ng government ng Manila ang sidewalk vendors. Now, if you want to change it to normative, what you will do? Or what will you do? All you have to do is to switch or to rephrase the statement. The local government of Manila should clean the streets. That will make the statement normative. Kasi nilagyan mo ng word na should or must. Okay? I hope it's clear. Number 2, President Duterte should defend our claim. Obviously, that's normative. There's a judgment. Our president should defend our claim. Dapat gawin ng presidente yan. Now, how are we going to transform this statement into positive? Do you have an idea? Okay, good. President Duterte defends our claim. Or, President Duterte will be defending our claim. President Duterte defended our claim in the West Philippine Sea. That would change the statement from normative into positive. Dinidescribe mo na lang kung anong ginawa ni Duterte. Okay? Number 3, the school implements the data privacy law. This is positive. If you want to make it normative, it's very simple. You should just say the school should not or should implement the data privacy law. It's up to you. Or the school ought to implement. Or the school must. All words that would make it like you are demanding for something and you want them to do it or don't do it. Those are the words that you have to add in order for you to change the statement into normative. Next one, number 4. The government officials must give a report. Oh, obviously, that's normative. And if you want to change it into positive, the government officials will give a report, are giving a report, or gave a report. Just drop the word must and it will become positive. Dinidescribe mo na lang kung anong ginawa ng government officials. And the last one is very tricky. The minimum wage is a bad law. The correct answer is normative. Why? Because the word bad. Obvious naman yan. If you want to make it into a positive, the minimum wage is a law. Dinidescribe mo lang. Patas lang siya. You are not judging whether it's good or bad. Now, as I close, minsan nagagalit tayo kapag sinasabihan tayo. Or kaya tayo minsan napapaaway kasi hindi tayo nag-judge, pero the way we say it, it seems that we are judging. Right now, I hope that it's clear that there are two kinds of analysis in economics. The one is positive, dinidescribe mo lang, uy, kulay red ang damit mo. Hindi mo naman sinasabing tama o mali. And the other one is normative. Uy, dapat hindi bagay sa yung kulay na damit, ang kulay ng damit mo. So that is normative. So I hope that you will going to use it para hindi tayo magkaroon ng misunderstanding. And I hope you're going to, whenever you watch the news or analyze economic activities, you're going to remember na, it's just a description. It's a judgment. It's a positive analysis. It's a normative analysis. Okay? So tune in for more lessons and please answer the exercises as well. And we're going to have this next meeting. Thank you.